Ready? Let's do this. Hi, I'm Zach Trout, the director of photography.
And I'm Otto Geiser, director on It's a Short Road to the Firing Squad, our senior thesis film for the University of Nebraska-Lincoln at the Johnny Carson School of Theater and Film.
Our story is a dark comedy with a cast of quirky characters who bend and twist a plot in their own specific ways. But it is centered around Paul Pawlewski, who is from the city and is an HR representative of the largest corporation of America. He is often called out to different branches to help terminate and optimize the workflow there. Things get complicated when he's called out to a rural Nebraska office, and he finds Susan, the branch manager, already has a list of people who he should terminate. Things get even more complicated when Susan reveals that he fired two people only hours between each other, were in fact a gay couple. Fearing a lawsuit from the gay couple, Paul works throughout the night in order to solve the issue.
The next morning, tired and drained of all energy, Paul obliges Susan's request that he go home and rest for the day. While driving home, Paul decides that it's safer for him to pull his car over and accidentally falls asleep in the driver's seat. He wakes up later after a passerby knocks on his window, awakening him. While gaining his bearings, he realizes that he's outside the house of Rex and Greg, the gay couple who he fired the day before. Watching them from afar, he sees them arguing. Paul has never really seen what the effects of his job have upon people, and seeing this stirs up emotions in Paul, until Rex, who had earlier stormed out of the living room, returns with a gas tank and a torch. It's revealed that Rex and Greg are prepared to burn down the AmeriCorps building in order to avenge their jobs. Paul remembers that Susan is waiting for him at the AmeriCorps building and rushes back in order to try and save her from harm.
Our story was made so that we could show off rural Nebraska, but still incorporate dark comedy elements that we both enjoy. I wanted to really show off the people and the characters that you meet outside of the city landscape, especially in the Midwest, but then also add a dark twist and hyperbolize these characters.
The University of Nebraska-Lincoln started the Johnny Carson film program. We recently were just donated a large sum of money to create a new building, which will be across the street, which will give us a studio space, areas to motion capture, and expand our program. For now, really what we're focused on doing is creating the best works that we can before we go out into the real world. What our goal is with this piece is for it to speak as our body of work when we exit the school.
Otto and I have both worked on plenty of student film sets while in the school, including our advanced project, which we had our same occupations. Otto was the director, I was the cinematographer, and are now working towards this project for our thesis. In addition to this, Otto and I have both been working on professional sets outside of school. We've worked alongside director Alexander Jeffries on shorts such as The Bespoke Tailoring of Mr. Bellamy, Memoir, and Verses, all of which have entered the Louisiana Film Prize. The Bespoke Tailoring of Mr. Bellamy winning the Louisiana Film Prize. We've also worked with cinematographer Joel Froome, who's a member of the AACS, on shorts such as Second Words, starring John Beasley.
Perks range from anywhere from donations of $25, where you'll receive a written thank you from the two of us, as well as a DVD copy of the film, to $500, which gets you all sorts of memorabilia, posters, hats, shirts, as well as credit as executive producer on the film. Now, these donations go towards our fees for locations, our fees for actors, because this is a film about a professional setting. We will need to find actors outside of our program. It also goes towards food to feed our cast and crew while on set, any expenses that we might have for equipment that the university doesn't provide for us or doesn't have to provide for us, and also fees for us to submit it into festivals. Now, allowing us to submit it to festivals gives us the opportunity to share our work out to other parties, other filmmakers, and gain feedback, what we might need to change in our future projects, what we did really well in this project. And it also gives exposure to our university. it gives exposure to us as filmmakers, and it gives exposure to the crew who's worked so hard to help create the project.
The reason we're asking for these donations is because we also want to share our knowledge of the professional world back with the school. This is something that our school doesn't have a lot of. We're looking to give back to the school, to the students, and this will hopefully make their student sets better, safer, and more professional. Thank you very much for any donations that you can give, and we are looking forward to starting production in September.
Thank you.